Sub-county are growing in large numbers and could contribute a huge amount of income to the county government of Wajir. The beekeepers, however, lack enough skills and support to operate the hives and manage the bees. Our very own Isadin Haji has toured the bee farms that are now challenged by drought that is turning sweet harvests into bitter losses.
We traveled hundreds of miles on a rough path to Bute town to meet bee farmers. This is Ahmed Hussein, a retired teacher who has ventured into bee farming. He also runs a poultry farm, but largely depends on the bees. Ahmed owns the largest bee field in Bute, northern Wajir, and transports his harvest to as far as the national capital, Nairobi.
One hive produces 15,000 in every season. Once you harvest twice, you are sure of harvesting twice. It is 30,000. The beehives are more valuable than our traditional camels.
Some of the beekeepers in Bute are supported by organizations with beehives. Ahmed is lucky to have this bee house built for him. But most of them here still use traditional hives, but the hives rarely accommodate bees as a result of external threats.
Invasion of animals, both domestic and wildlife. Like some of these trees have actually been invaded by wildlife, by our animals, and because of failing to have our fencing, actually the security is always in danger.
The capacity of the farmers is still low. The courage, the energy, the zeal is there, but then the capacity is still low. There is need to give them adequate support to ensure that both by the government and other state actors.
Many beekeepers here lack the skills and training to manage the hives, which makes it difficult to have convincing harvests. The process of beekeeping in this region is coupled with lack of skills and necessary environmental conditions to operate these hives. What makes it more difficult is the raging drought that could even make the survival of the bees almost impossible. That notwithstanding, the farmers chose to move on.
Very aggressive.
Naiba Hassan operates Bute Smart Farm. She has been doing this for years now. Within this month, she harvested over 200 kilograms of honey, but fears for the bees' survival during this tough time of drought, compromising her future harvest.
When drought affects every part of the trees, there will be no flowering. As long as there are no flowers, production will go down. So we maintain the bees by giving them, with the help of the livestock department, we give them sugar just to make it not to run away or to die.
The drought season takes away major resources amongst pastoral communities. This town used to run short of water during the drought season, but with the interventions made by the constituency office, it now has water flowing through these pipes from the rigid rocks of this land.
7 boreholes have already been drilled through the efforts of the national government, thanks to Ministry of Water and various state corporations that have supported us in this activity.
Lifeless trees and lack of green pigment and flowers in the environment is a clear indication of bee life uncertainty. But the handsome honey harvest during good seasons gives hope to this type of farming. And during such unfavorable seasons, the farmers have no option but to feed the bees with their own honey to help them subsist the drought. Isadin Haji, TV 47, Bute Sub-County, Wajir North.